Maybe we should start every video like this, hanging out at the farm with our animals. I got 71 farming, and that means we can now raise yaks. So I have myself a pair of yaks, and we're going to throw them in the pen, and we're going to get a bunch of XP from breeding them and checking their growth cycle. They give a decent amount of XP. And also, yak milk is ridiculously expensive for some reason. I think they're used for potions of sorcery. With that out of the way, let's talk about our stats. I was planning on getting 68 archaeology so I could get the relic that teleports me to the middle of the abyss, but then I realized I needed to spend 20,000 dungeoneering tokens to get the other item for the relic, so I gave up on that. I will of course continue to train archaeology in the meantime because it's a nice, relaxing, low-intensity skill to level. It can just be kind of annoying for excavation sites that aren't near deposit boxes. You have to use porters for those, and without the grace of the elves, porters are annoying to use. Oh well. I want to make sure we keep our chinchompas in the breeding pen. That way we can keep selling them and make money from them, since they breed so fast. So if we want the yaks to breed, they're going to have to breed in the large pen. This means we have to buy the large pen deed and the ability for the animals to breed in the large pen. So we do that, and now our yaks will be able to breed. I bought 2 yaks, so they'll keep breeding, and then when we have another breeding pair, we'll fill up the other pen, and then we'll start selling adolescent yaks to the yak buyer, Presleek, when he shows up. Adolescent yaks give about 850 beans each, so it's not too bad. I could also let them grow up to be elder and get a lot of XP from them. I might do that instead, just because yaks take a while to breed. Eventually, beans will stop being much of an issue, but for now, I want to focus on accumulating as many beans as I can get so I can unlock everything. The medium pens, the anachronia pens, and all of the useful unlocks like status icons and noted produce. After I unlock everything useful, it's just a matter of accumulating beans so I can buy potions during possibly double XP weekend and level up farming very, very fast. Jagex released a new quest. It's a Valentines Day Quest, so we're going to do it real quick. It's a very short quest. It's one of those quests that I'm complaining about because it's basically just a goofy comedy quest. The problem is it's not very funny. It's kind of silly, but not in a good way. I do not care for this quest much because it's... I hate to describe it this way, but in multiple parts it made me cringe because it's just so dumb. Like this part, they're having a dance off. Why? Like it's not funny. It's silly in like a ludicrous way. I don't know. Here's another dumb part. We need to stage a distraction during the quest, and Jagex's idea of the distraction is to just make the screen black and have the characters talk about the distraction instead of actually animating a distraction. If you're not going to put the effort into the quest to make the distraction animated, just don't put that part in the quest. Just skip it. Either way, we finish up the quest, we get 1 quest point, and we get some cosmetic overrides. Yeah, whatever. This is what the override looks like. Look like Carmen Sandiego. I guess that was possibly the point. Penguin hunting is important. We want to get as many penguin points as we can every week, so we're going to do the penguin quests, giving us the ability to spy on more penguins. Yes, the penguin quests are very silly, and they are a very comedy quest, but they don't feel as heavy-handed as a quest like Heartstealer. The sequel, Hunt for the Red Rock Tuber, is obviously a reference to Hunt for the Red October. Also a silly quest, but not nearly as heavy-handed as Heartstealer. So we help out these dwarves, and surely they won't betray us. Oops, he betrayed us. With this quest done, now we could spot the polar bear in a well somewhere in Runescape and get some more penguin points. Free XP is free XP. I'm not going to say no. Some Like a Cold, we go to a prisoner of war camp. It gives a lot of XP, and it says it's long to very long, but this quest isn't very long at all. I'm glad they let us keep the costumes. So the criticism I have is that they sacrifice the logic of a character for the sake of making a dumb joke or making something silly. And as the penguin quests carry on into the future, this becomes more and more of a problem. Back to the Freezer, which is the most recent penguin quest, is horribly guilty of this since it's basically just a quest that they made to fit a million different references to Doctor Who. It's like they didn't care about the plot of the quest at all, and they just had a hat filled with Doctor Who references, and they just kept pulling things out of the hat and saying, how do we put this in the quest? How do we put this in the quest? How do we put that in the quest? We'll do that quest sometime in the future. I don't really like it, but we'll do it eventually. The first time I did this quest, this part was rather stressful because I thought I had to manage the entire ship, but it turns out the battleship game, or battlefish, is always the same. So you just need to attack the ship and you'll be fine. You don't gotta worry about it. Quite a lovely amount of XP, and we also have access to a new thieving event in the circus, which I've been forgetting to do every single week since I've started this account. We can also spy the invisible penguin with a ring of visibility. It's about time to do the Demonheim tasks, which requires us to do Three's Company, one of the Fremennik sagas that you can unlock in Demonheim, which we unlocked ages ago. So we finish it up. It was very easy. You just need to follow the guide exactly. The Easy Demonheim Diary doesn't grant too many great rewards. You get 1 consequence-free death per day. That's nice, but there is a relic that does the same thing, but it's an infinite number of times. I think you need 80-something to unlock that. 80-something archaeology, that is. We get some melee weapon overrides. We can choose which boss we face once per day. And we can set the secondary role of the Ring of Kinship. But that requires us leveling up another role, which we haven't done yet. We'll do that later when we have more tokens to spend. So we use the antique lamp on Herblore. The Fremennik Saga Vengeance gives quite a bit of XP as well. It gives 25,000 XP in agility or thieving. We're obviously going to pick agility. And it uses up bonus XP as well, if you have any. Look how brutal this is. Just stab her right in the face. 100%. And that's some easy XP. Now I want to do the medium Demonheim tasks. The problem with that is that you need to sacrifice frost dragon bones on an altar. If you find a frost dragon in the dungeon and there's no altar, you have to build one. But to build one, you need 75 construction. Of course, with my Herblore level, I can boost from 69 construction to 75. So I want to get at least 69 construction. I'm going to do that via contracts. Now, if you notice in my inventory, I have some protein planks. They are a reward from Treasure Hunter. Like I said in the first episode, I'm not going to not use the keys I get from quests. However, I also said I'm never going to buy keys, and I haven't. But I did get lucky and I have gotten proteins in the process of completing these quests. So I'm going to use them. Why wouldn't I, right? If you have a problem with that, I'm sorry. But this is episode 12, and if you're already this far into the series, you're probably invested at this point. So, that's just the way it's going to be. Let's do some construction contracts. Nice, we got 69. And 69 means time for the dungeon. I've been at this for hours, trying to find a frost dragon. I saw an anti-fire shield in a room with a prayer altar, and I thought that was a sign. It wasn't. There was no dragon. There's never a dragon. I'm coming back to this later. I'm done. The Underground Pass. Ooh, this is a devious quest, isn't it? The memories I have of this quest are dark and grim. Having to leave the pass multiple times because I ran out of food. But we will conquer it, because it gives 5 quest points. There are plenty of annoying parts in this quest, specifically the gap jumping. That can be very annoying. But this quest is a great example of how you can create a very haunting atmosphere with very little. Underground Pass is a well-designed quest. The dice rolling mechanics that are prevalent in this quest, and a lot of elf quests, are mostly due to the time frame when the quest came out. This was a time when RPGs relied a lot on RNG, more than they do now. And they rely on them pretty heavily now, so imagine what they used to be like 10 years ago, or even 15, 20 years ago. With that in mind, the actual structure of this quest, the foreboding nature, the build-up from starting somewhere somewhat tame and descending into a hellish landscape filled with Zamorakian horrors really contributes to the climax of the quest where you finally defeat Ivan. And all while you're doing this, collecting the items needed to defeat him, there are messages in your chat box that are telling you creepy things, like, join us, or, I see you, adventurer, you can't hide. It's very ominous. It's very creepy. Imagine if you were a 10-year-old doing this quest for the first time. what, 15 years ago? It'd be quite ominous. Especially since you keep running out of food and have to keep leaving and running away, only to come back and conquer it, or at least try to conquer it, once again. Of course, the quest has become easier in recent years, but it still holds a place in my heart as a very frustrating but rewarding quest. King Lathis has summoned us for his next campaign. Perhaps we should go speak to him. We enter the Elven lands because we're here to kill a king. Seems we've been met by the Elven envoy Idris. Oop. Oh, well. It seems Morvran's been in touch with King Lathis. Morvran's been expecting us. I wonder if this person will be important in the future. Nah, we'll probably never see him again. You want to kill a king? Just get yourself some explosives and a catapult, and you are good to go. Arian Wind tells us that we've been tricked. It happens that a person who wants to kill a king probably isn't a good guy. Lathis and the Iorwerth elves have been working together to summon the Dark Lord. Who is the Dark Lord? Well, when the quest came out, everyone assumed Zamorak. But maybe it's not him. Who knows? I will never say no to Agility XP. I think I got this easy clue casket from a penguin that was wandering around, one of the agents. So let's open it and see what we get. Ooh. Another fortunate component. That's another mill for our coin pouch. Maybe we should reroll. No. Roving Elves, quick quest, easy quest, gonna do this quest. You know, this crystal tree is pretty, but it could be more impressive. They need to work on it. Whoop, and now it's gone. Okay. Quest done, I decided to pick the bow, because shields and RS3 are pretty niche. Pretty niche. Elven land quests, getting the short ones out of the way. And it gives 15,000 construction XP. I am not going to say no. This is one of those quests that I remember when it came out. I came home from school back in 2008, and I did the quest immediately. The good old days. Time is relentless. We're going to end this video with a little bit of wood cutting. I want to use up these urns. And perhaps when I use up all the urns, I don't know what level I'll be at. Maybe I'll do some fishing. Perhaps some mining or divination, some gathering skills. I think that's what I'll do. Just to have some stuff to AFK in between videos or while I'm editing a video or something like that. Sometimes I like to do some monotonous, boring stuff in-game so I don't have to worry about having my recorder ready or recording clips or whatnot. Gathering skills are pretty uneventful, so they are perfect for in-between video content, or non-content really. This is the more bloggy part of the episode. Everything is quiet, it's quite late. I'm nice and relaxed, just hanging out here. Maybe I should get up close to the mic so it's more like an NPR broadcast. No, I won't do that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Take care.